You have 1 minute to select your cards. One minute is up. You may begin.
Is there any new business?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that our FFA chapter sponsors an SAE grant program to help first-year members start an SAE project beginning in the 2025-2026 school year.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 5 and seconded by Delegate 1 that our FFA chapter sponsors an SAE grant program to help first-year members start an SAE project beginning in the 2025-2026 school year. Delegate 5 is making the motion. You have first rights to debate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, this most recent year, one of our Green Hand members went out and wanted to purchase cattle to start an SAE project. He nor his family had the funds to do so, and so he was not able to start that SAE project and was forced to do something else entirely. That isn't something that we should be accepting of here at Cisne. We should be going out and supporting our members as best we can, especially financially. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow formers, I think this motion is a wonderful idea. At Cisne High School, we have a lot of successful proficiency awards and lots of people who do really wonderful things in their SAEs. But I think it's very important and it would be a very beneficial thing to our chapter to help enhance these different SAEs. They can buy more materials, they're able to find more resources and learn more. I think this is a wonderful idea. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I think this is an awful idea. I don't think it makes sense to give people money to start an SAE project when really there's so many things you can do an SAE on by getting a job locally in town that may even be close enough for you to walk to so you don't have really much finances that go into it. And if we give out this money, I'm afraid that people might go and buy things that they don't know how to properly take care of and won't be able to provide funds farther than what we do to start their project. So I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Rise to a question of privilege.
Say your question, Delegate 5.
It's hot in here. Can we turn on the AC?
Unfortunately, I have no control of the AC.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this motion is a terrible idea. I think ending up just only giving this out to our first-year students is not going to be a good idea. I think we should encourage this kind of growth within every year of our membership. I think that we should not just limit this to our green hands, but we should also increase this opportunity to our sophomores, our juniors, because that way it can expand all of their agricultural knowledge that can go on to lead in their career paths or something like that. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I think that this is a wonderful idea. We have had the lowest amount of SAEs moving on to nationals that we have in years. So to give this to first-year members, this would really help strengthen their program. And as far as being concerned about how it would help later on, not being able to give it to older students, if this is so beneficial as it has been for other chapters, that should not matter. This should be strong enough to get their program going and just really give us a strong foundation to start for our SAEs, since this is something very important to our chapter and the whole FFA organization. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow formers, we just recently won that big grant with the Endless Summer whenever we were able to redo the landscape of our high school. So this would be a really helpful start to this program. We'd be able to put that money towards it and then help these kids. And then as the years go on, we can better this program, and we're all going to be enhancing our SAE projects for these kids. And maybe the kids won't have to have projects on their jobs anymore because they'll have the finances to be able to do a good SAE project. I urge a yes vote. Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 3 and seconded by Delegate 5 that we adjourn this meeting. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it and the motion fails. Is there any further debate?
Mr. Chairman. I rise to a question of privilege.
Say your question, Delegate 1.
My chair's squeaky. Can I get a new one?
Unfortunately, I have no control of the chairs.
I appeal from the decision of the chair.
Second.
The chair's decision has been appealed. All those in favor of sustaining the chair's decision say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it and the chair's decision is sustained. Is there any further debate?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to limit debate to 2 minutes per speaker per turn.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 4 and seconded by Delegate 1 that we limit debate to 2 minutes per speaker per turn. Are there any amendments? Seeing none, we shall proceed to a vote. All those in favor of limiting debate, please ayes. You may be seated. All opposed, please ayes. You may be seated. With a vote of 4 in favor and 1 opposed, the motion passes. The debate is now limited to 2 minutes per speaker per turn. Is there any further debate?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to amend the motion by striking first year.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 2 and seconded by Delegate 3 that we amend the main motion by striking first year. So if adopted, it will read, I move that our FFA chapter sponsors an SAE grant program to help members start an SAE project beginning in the 2025-2026 school year. Delegate 2 is making the motion. You have first rights to debate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this amendment is going to be a lot more beneficial to our chapter. I think this is really going to increase the opportunities that we're going to be providing to all of our members, and I think ending up just limiting it to green hands is going to be a lot less beneficial for us. So I think expanding that opportunity will get us a lot more people involved, and it's going to end up increasing the amount of people that are going out for section proficiencies, moving on to districts, and then going on to the state level and perhaps even winning. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, I rise with the concern that our freshman members are going to be the only members who can't get their own jobs. They have no way of getting the money that they need to work on their SAE projects. It makes more sense as we move into a grant program like this to at least start off with just our freshman members, recognizing that the rest of them have the ability to make the money to do what they want to do in an SAE. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, I think this is a great idea. I think by making it available to more people, we can prioritize sophomores and juniors who have shown dedication to FFA and shown that they will continue with what they are doing in their hard work. So we can prioritize people that we can trust to make good decisions with the money we hand them. So I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I think that this amendment is a great idea. This still benefits our program. As far as everyone saying that the older members shouldn't be able to be included in this because they can get jobs. Well, the reality of it is not everyone has the opportunity to get a job. Not everyone has the privilege to be able to drive places, to get their own things. We're just very fortunate in our areas have this. So this would just reach out to even more members who are not as fortunate as others in our program, as well as the freshmen to, again, start a good foundation for our SAV program. I still think this is a great idea. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 1.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to refer this to a committee of 3 appointed by the chair with full power to act.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 1 and seconded by Delegate 2 that we refer this matter to Committee of 3 as appointed by the chair with full power to act. Delegate 1 is making the motion. You have first rights to debate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I think this motion is a wonderful idea. By referring this to a committee, we're going to take this off our hands. We have a lot of things. It's coming to the end of the year. We're pretty busy, and we definitely need to act on this now. So I think by full power, it would be wonderful. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
I rise to a parliamentary inquiry.
So you're inquiry, Delegate 4.
What vote would it take for this motion to pass?
It would take a simple majority vote for this motion to pass.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Due to it being hot in here, I move to suspend the rules, interfering with us removing our official FFA jackets.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 2 and seconded by Delegate 1 that we suspend the standing rule interfering with members removing their official FFA jackets. All those in favor of suspending the rule say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
Division.
Division is called by Delegate 3. We're now taking a standing vote on suspending the rule. All those in favor of suspending the rule, please ayes. You may be seated. All opposed, please ayes. You may be seated. With a vote of 1 in favor and 4 opposed, the motion fails. Is there any further debate on the referral at hand?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I am not in favor of this referral. With a grant project like this, we're looking at spending thousands of dollars, not just on the grant itself, but also the marketing and all of the other things that go into a program like this. Giving this committee the ability to spend all of that money without consulting the officer team and the assembly doesn't make sense. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow board members, I think this referral is a terrible idea just because there's only 3 people on this committee. It takes more people for us to get more trips together, like our Washington trip that spends a lot of money. So this is something even bigger than this. This is something that is the foundation of our chapter. We would be spending thousands of more dollars on this than we would any of our other trips, and they require more on a committee than this does, and I just don't think that's right. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Due to an urgent text I just received from our t-shirt ordering company wanting us to confirm our order, I move to lay this matter on the table.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 3 and seconded by Delegate 1 that we lay this matter on the table. All those in favor of laying the matter on the table say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
The noes have it and the motion fails. Is there any further debate?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I still feel that this referral is a great idea. I think that we can go out and use this committee as a way so that way they can continue to select those who will win this grant and move forward with that. I think it will end up being a lot easier for us, and it's going to take a lot of the workload off of us and put this on the people we trust and are allowing to do this. I urge yes vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 5.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move that we postpone this matter to our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 5 and seconded by Delegate 1 that we postpone this matter to our next regularly scheduled meeting. Delegate 5 is making a motion. You have first action to debate.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, postponing this gives us the opportunity to go out into the community and seek donations and seek support for a grant project like this. This is going to require a lot of money, and by adding additional fundraising and additional support to this, that gives us the opportunity to give more money to our students. I urge a yes vote.
Mr. Chairman, I rise to a parliamentary inquiry.
City inquiry, Delegate 1.
Would it be in order to adjourn at this time?
Yes, it would be.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, I think this postponement is a terrible idea. It makes no sense to postpone this matter when 2/3 of us in here are seniors. And whenever we graduate on May 9th, which is within this month, it's going to very much affect how well we're going to be able to work together and look into this. So I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this postponement is an incredible idea. I think this is going to allow us some time to really deepen some research on this, see how expensive this is going to be for us, and see how many members are going to want to utilize this and take this opportunity. I urge yes vote. Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 4.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow members, I disagree with this postponement. This is something we need to talk about now. This is going to benefit many of our students. This is going to be a great just resource for them, and we're going to be spending thousands of dollars on this. We're going to have to find and make sure that we have enough things to do this, and we just need to look into this now rather than later when it is too late. And as has been said, some of our seniors are graduating, and we will not have the resources to carry this out if we wait. I urge a no vote.
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 3.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Fellow floor members, I think this postponement is still an awful idea. Our last board meeting of the year is within this month, and we need to get that done. So I urge a no vote.
Is there any further debate on postponing this matter to our next regularly scheduled meeting? Seeing none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor of postponing this matter to our next regularly scheduled meeting say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no.
No.
The ayes have it and the motion passes. Is there any new business?
Mr. Chairman.
Delegate 2.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
It's been moved by Delegate 2, seconded by Delegate 1 that we adjourn this meeting. All those in favor of adjourning the meeting say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. The ayes have it, meeting adjourned.
All right, let's get started with some oral questions here. We'll start with delegate number 1. You had appeal. Your first question, name 2 unamendable privileged motions that an appeal yields to.
Can you repeat the question?
Name 2 unamendable privileged motions that an appeal yields to.
Question of privilege and fixed time to adjourn.
Your second question, if the chair's response to a parliamentary inquiry was that a motion was currently not in order, what 3 steps would be necessary to obtain a vote of the assembly on the chair's response?
Can you repeat the question?
If the chair's response to a parliamentary inquiry was that a motion was currently not in order, what 3 steps would be necessary to obtain a vote of the assembly on the chair's response?
You could appeal the decision from the chair, and then you would take the vote on that, and then that would be what counted.
Number 2, you had suspend the rules. Describe the standard descriptive characteristics for the motion to suspend the rules that relate to seconding, the vote required for adoption, and if it can be made when another member has the floor.
Can you repeat the question?
Describe the standard descriptive characteristics for the motion to suspend the rules that relate to seconding, the vote required for adoption, and if it can be made when another member has the floor.
It requires a second, and it has a majority vote if it's on a standing rule, and then 2/3 if it's on a rule of order, and then you cannot interrupt someone to make the motion.
Second question. Robert's Rules of Order newly revised lists 5 types of rules that cannot be suspended by any vote. Name 3 of these rules.
The bylaws, the parliamentary authority, and government laws.
Very good. Number 3, you had adjourn. The privileged motion to adjourn is made in an unqualified form. What does that mean?
It is made while other business is pending, so it does not set a specific time for the meeting to adjourn.
Name 3 parliamentary steps that are in order while the privileged motion to adjourn is pending.
Can you repeat the question?
Name 3 parliamentary steps that are in order while the privileged motion to adjourn is pending.
The chair state the question, take a vote, and announce whether it passed or failed.
Delegate number 4, you had limit debate. Name 3 ways that the motion to limit debate, name 3 ways that the motion to limit or extend limits of debate can limit debate.
Could you please repeat the question?
Name 3 ways that the motion to limit or extend limits of debate can limit debate.
It can limit the length of speeches, when you will stop speaking, and how many times you can speak.
An order limiting debate to 1 debate per person on a main motion is in place. Can a member move to extend the limits of debate to 2 debates per person? Explain your answer.
Could you please repeat the question?
Sure can. An order limiting debate to 1 debate per person on a main motion is in place. Can a member move to extend the limits of debate to 2 debates per person? Explain your answer.
No, because they've already limited debate.
Delegate number 5, you had postponed definitely. What are the 2 types of orders of the day?
Special and general.
Name 2 ways the subsidiary motion to postpone to a certain time may be amended.
As to the meeting at which it will be postponed to, so that you can move to amend the way that we made it to say a special meeting, as well as to make it a special order of the day.
Last but not least, Mr. Chairperson. After a debatable motion is made and seconded, what 3 statements may the chair make after restating the motion to invite debate?
Is there any debate? Are you ready for the question? And referring to the maker of the motion, saying that they have the floor since they made the motion.
Your second question is a 2-part question. How does the presiding officer speak of himself or herself?
And the third person generally referring to themselves as the chair.
Second part, when should the presiding officer refer to members by their name?
When reprimanding them for breach of the rules.
Very good. You guys are all finished. Congratulations. You can leave your motion cards and your number cards on your seats in front of you. Behind you.